Привет! As some of you may know, I used to make Dream SMP fanfic recommendation videos, but after the whole Wilbur thing and the QSMP thing, I decided to revert to my 2016 self and recommend anime fics to anyone that will listen. Only this time from AO3 and not Wattpad. And because I'm so indecisive, I've decided to start off with crossovers between Bungo Stray Dogs and My Hero Academia, because that's what I've been reading for the past month or so. There are a lot of fics that are like, little Daai and Chuuya infiltrate UA to destroy the League of Villains, so I'm not gonna start with those. Instead, I will be starting with Fyodor and Nikolai. The Gateway to a Personal Hell by Orphans for Sale. That's a name, okay. Tags, 47.4 thousand words. Fyodor and Nikolai are on what was supposed to be a simple mission. Go to a science facility, kill the guards, and kill the scientists. It should have been very easy, and for the most part it was. They take out the guards no problem, most of the scientists die too, but one survives, and that one scientist happens to have an ability that makes portals. Fyodor and Nikolai get shot repeatedly and fall into the portal that leads them to a whole different dimension, where almost everyone has a quirk and being a hero is a profession. They get spit out by the portal in an alleyway, Nikolai unconscious. Fyodor quickly realizes that they have been turned into their 15-year-old selves, and as they both sit there bleeding out, they are approached by what looks like a homeless man on drugs that calls himself the hero Eraserhead. He takes the two boys to UA where they become students in the hero course as they try to find a way back home. We all know that AO3 usually gets higher quality fanfics than, say, on Wattpad. And this fic is a great example of that. There are multiple times when I had to stop to search what different words meant, and that might just be because English is my third language, but it doesn't usually happen this often. Many fancy words. It's interesting to read a fic where someone from the Decay of the Angels gets thrown into a whole different dimension, not just infiltrates the hero school for some grand plan, and to see what crazy plan they come up with to get home. It's also fun to see Fyodor get so confused about what he's feeling. 8.5 out of 10. This Color Ain't It by Just Call Me Dude. Tags, 130,000 words. The Armed Detective Agency receives information from an anonymous source that the League of Villains is planning to send a spy into UA, so they make Kenji join the hero class and figure out who it is. Tanizaki tags along to help him with the mission and the city life. In case you forgot who Tanizaki is, don't worry, I did too, it's the sister fucker. Anyways, Kenji joins Class 1A where he sorta starves himself to not be sleepy on the mission, as well as shares his opinions on Yokohama and things related to it. In this fic, Yokohama is cut off from the rest of Japan. In fact, it's pretty much its own country. Ability users are seen as dangerous, so people always look weirdly at Kenji when he talks about them like they're regular people. Oh yeah, and Kenji is pretending that he has a quirk and not an ability. Denki is best boy, Ida needs to shut the hell up. All his classmates have codenames that Kenji and the agency made, which is not something I've seen in other fics. From the fics I've read, this was the first Kenji-centric fic I read, and I really liked it. This may seem like a very small thing, but I like how every time there is a scene change, the author uses a long line to split up the text. It makes it easier to read. A lot of people don't do that, but they should. 9 out of 10. And now all the Daai and/or Chuuya joins UA fics. This school increases my urge for arson by Aoi Bibi. Tags, 20.9 thousand words. Daai is a little pest and constantly argues with Chuuya. One day he goes too far by mentioning his lack of humanity, which makes Chuuya take off on an angry bike ride. Things happen and he almost crashes into Eraserhead and Present Mike. They take him to UA, meanwhile Daai can't figure out where his buddy went and is panicking. Chuuya has been labeled as a traitor by the Port Mafia. The beginning I found really lame, but don't worry, it gets better. It's fun to read about how Aizawa and Mike take care of Chuuya and how utterly confused he is about how well they treat him, despite knowing that he has some sort of criminal background. They don't know it's the Mafia, but still it's something, so he's confused and awkward. 8 out of 10. Who is What by Moon Ghost. Tags, 24.4 thousand words. Mori wants information on the Hero Society, so he makes 22-year-old Chuuya infiltrate the Hero course. He gets a new identity as Izuku Midoriya and creates a fake story about being the son of a deceased office worker named Inko Midoriya, who died in a car accident, that way making sure to stop anyone from looking too deep into his family or his homeschooling. Inko isn't just some random person he made up. She did exist, except she wasn't an office worker. Instead, she worked in the mafia and had a lot of fake workplaces outside of Yokohama, which helped with the whole I want to be a hero thing Chuuya has going on. But she leaked some information and got killed. Cue Chuuya pulling the how do you do, fellow kids card and trying to blend in with a bunch of 15-year-olds. I find the fact that Chuuya is a whole-ass adult trying to blend in with kids really funny. There was this part in the first chapter where he was like, "Boss, shouldn't you choose someone that could pass a 15-year-old? Because I don't think I can." And Mori's like, "Chuuya, you passed as a teenager." The chapters in this one are on the shorter side, so it's perfect for times when you only have a few minutes free. Something I don't really like about this fic is that sometimes there are two people speaking in the same paragraph, as well as there were some sentences like this that, at least to me, don't really make perfect sense. But overall, I enjoyed it. 6.5 out of 10. When we're together, I'm not afraid of my tears. By Must Have Been the Wind. Tags, 147,000 words. On a random day, a few people receive an invite to watch a stream. They then send that invite to others until there are thousands of people watching. Chuuya and Daai killed Mount Lady on live streams to send a message to the pro heroes, and now Nezu has them study in UA to possibly fix them. They have no idea that getting to UA is what the boys planned from the very beginning. I really like that in this fic the students, the teachers, and just everyone is aware of how shitty Daai and Chuuya are. They have seen them kill, and then just pretend like nothing special happened, which allows us to see how the duo tries to use this to their advantage for pity, how the other students interact with them and the conflict they feel about the fact that, on the one hand, these two are their fellow classmates, that they have had some friendly moments with, but on the other hand, they are these cold-blooded murderers. I also really like that Daai actually emotionally hurts people in this fic instead of just using his intelligence for making strategies. So interesting to read. 9 out of 10. Be Like Them, Lean Back and Breathe by Blossom Bubble and Orphan Account. Tags, 16.6 thousand words. After some things happened, I'm guessing Daai leaving the Port Mafia, Chuuya decides he's sick and tired of the mafia life and everyone leaving him. So, Chuuya runs away from the mafia with the help of his big bro Verline and hides away in Musutafu. He tries having a normal job, which isn't exactly easy as he doesn't have much patience for rude customers and he keeps bumping into heroes. TLDR, Chuuya's dysfunctional family try not to get killed by the mafia or recruited by the heroes. This fic is written well. But what I like most about it is the concept, so even if the fic wasn't all that great writing-wise, I'd still read it and enjoy it, but it is written well, which makes it even better. I do also like that in this fic, Chuuya has a bit of a hard time finding a job he can stay in because he's so used to being a mafia executive, leading to him getting fired over and over. 8 out of 10. Quirks and Bandages by Smokey T. Tags, 124.2 thousand words. Mori sends Daai to UA to gather information and tells him to make sure he's the very best person there, meaning getting the highest scores and attracting attention. Chuuya, of course, isn't too happy about this, so he tries to ask the poor mafia boss to let him tag along, but Mori says no, and Daai gets punished for trying to change his plans. On the first day of being in Musutafu, Daai beats a villain, gets the attention of the number 3 hero Hawks, and the number 2 hero Endeavor, so I guess he's already doing well on his mission. Oh, and he gets an actual house to live in, not just a shipping container. And it just so happens that his house is near where Midoriya lives. Midoriya quickly becomes the object of Daai's interest after he notices how close he is with All Might. I like that in this one, Daai can't turn his ability off, and people seem to forget that. In the meantime, Chuuya takes care of Akutagawa and Gin. I also really liked when Chuuya said this. "You're the one who got me into this job and basically trapped me," he snapped. "And now you're fucking leaving me for Musutafu for years." Because I do feel like it is unfair. In any universe, the Daai dragged Chuuya into the mess that is Sport Mafia and then just screwed off without a word. 8.5 out of 10. Same deal as with the other fic recommendation videos. Share fics you like in the comments, ask for recommendations. Either me or someone else will try to help you find what you'd like.